It would be easy to describe Donald Trump as maximum entropy personified. He is disorder, chaos, diffusion, and randomness. But that wouldn't be fair to entropy or to Trump. He's just repeating what he hears on Fox News and reads on the right-wing Twitter feed. He is the leader of a country that has run out of ideas. Yes, he is chaotic and nihilistic and the poster boy for randomness, but that's the point. He wasn't elected accidentally. He was elected intentionally by a group of people for whom the status quo seems chaotic, random, and beyond repair. This suburb may look peaceful, but behind the manicured lawns and painted smiles are people seething with fear and loathing, fully confident that World War III would be better than what? They have no idea what's happening day to day, but they feel like they are under siege by an enemy that they can only see on television. To understand the rise of Trumpism, you have to see suburbanites not as people, but as molecules of an ideal gas spreading to fill a chamber. What we are seeing is what happens when the chamber is full. He is the leader of a people nearing thermodynamic equilibrium. Their greatest fear is that they are becoming indistinguishable, because they are. Having bought into the suburban ideal, they have become utterly faceless, indistinguishable from other white people, and increasingly indistinguishable from Hispanic immigrants and black people. They watch Fox News even though it frightens the bejesus out of them, because it highlights the differences between white suburbanites and everyone else. They may know nothing about thermodynamics, but they understand intuitively that there can be no order without distinction. They are willing to accept arbitrary order rather than disintegrate into a faceless crowd. And so Donald has promised to give it back to them by building a physical wall separating them from the other them. The paradox of individuals being drawn into a group identity and then seeking distinction actually makes sense if you see it as a reaction-diffusion process. There is a strong initial impulse to fit in a reaction to the anxiety of being left out, which is followed by a diffuse loss of identity, and then a burning desire to identify with something bigger. The needs are paradoxical, but because they happen at different rates, they can come in waves. And if this civilization is going to survive, it needs to understand thermodynamics today. In physical science, there are two questions. What is entropy, and how can we benefit from its inevitable increase? In the arts, there are also two questions. What is information, and how can we derive meaning from it? The questions can't be studied in isolation because meaning depends on entropy and benefits depend on information, but they have different shapes and different infinities. Our science and art are not all bad or all wrong, but because science and art are dedicated to novel identities, they have hit the same dead end as suburban America, and they are dithering into irrelevance. Trump is, at this moment, our president.